I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.
What up? It's the Rawway Show podcast, and I'm your host, Rawway, aka the Big Homie. And to my left is my main guy inside.
This is Paul Clark, that born and raised Lincoln Parker. We having some fun right now.
And behind the scenes, we got that boy, Technical Ghost. What's up, boy?
What up?
Tonight, we have a special guest host. This lady has many names, many levels of her talents. She's one of the first that I know of. And I think really one of the first women in our city that has been on top of their game, musically promoting, bringing things to you that y'all don't even know this lady's name has been on. She's a hip hopper. You don't really meet many women that are real hip hoppers that can beatbox. You feel me?
Kickworm.
And also get that money while doing it. We have the incomparable. Is that a word? The accomplished.
I like the first one. We don't
Do you?
that first one.
Alright, incomparable.
Yeah.
Accomplished.
I don't know what.
Always ready.
Yeah.
With a beautiful, beautiful rap.
And she got on the
I ain't got
shoes.
no rap.
That was on that movie.
I'm talking about this right here. That hair slave. Janice Carter in the building.
That's me. Thank you.
Hi, Janice.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for
I've been waiting to get
thanks
with
for
you for a
having me
minute.
here. Really?
Yeah.
What took you so long?
Well, you know, life happens sometime, and then, you know, you gotta wait on universes to align, and obviously it has, because you're in the building
Yes,
at
I
the
am.
Rawway Show
And
podcast.
I'm happy to be here.
I was telling everybody you was sending us the voicemail.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, you still alive after all these years. That's good. Keep it up. Keep it up.
So, Janice, what's up, man? Hold on, first of all, tell us how you know Paul Clark.
Oh my God. We worked in a barbershop together.
We met at the blood bank. So you're trying to get her.
So
TV
you a
off the
barber,
shop.
I was a
established?
beautician.
Really?
I was a beautician, and I had left a different salon and came over here because that was a friend of the family.
What salon was it?
I cut a buttergrass.
Oh, okay.
And I had worked there for about 14, 15 years, and got to a point where like all my kids were going into college and they played sports, and we were doing a lot of traveling, and just felt like I didn't want to pay all that roof rental for somewhere that I wasn't being in.
Right.
So I went
On an
to
everyday basis.
I went to a family friend that I thought was gonna be a bit more understanding, and that's where I met Paul. Paul used to be like the little design man, cut the designs in people's heads, and
Not so much anymore, I don't think.
No.
Do you still do that stuff, Paul?
Kind of.
I see what he uses his fingers for. So
Yeah, now he just did spray tan and get you out of here.
That was like a hit. I see him use his fingers for.
but
I look at my
also,
fingers.
Another.
also Paul didn't talk as much either. So
Yeah, he did. He's come out his shell, and we appreciate that with him because he's a wordsmith, a guy of many verses that he don't talk about. So, moving past Paul, tell us about you though. Like, what's up with you? What you got going on?
oh, at the moment, I like being behind the scenes. So I actually tried to fade out girlfriends talk, because girlfriends talk was more on the scene, like interactive, networking, and
I like that.
I was gonna bring that up. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying? Yeah, thank
it
you.
gets to a point where you get pulled every which way, and everybody always needs you to do something for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the support wasn't coming back to me, and everything that I did, I paid for out of pocket. So, but the thing about networking is, it worked out. It put you in the right places to meet the right people, but it's a lot to do a magazine. It's a lot.
That's one thing that you touched on a point right there because I always tell my people when you meet people and all that, get their number,
Yeah,
get their contact.
yeah.
Make sure they got your contact. I don't care if you got a card. Cards, people be bugging and be wanting to pass the phone and shit like that, but cards still work. Cause cause that also gives you and the nicer your card is, also let somebody know, you know, you might not be doing shit hardly, but if they see your card, they're like, hold on, let me.
I shit on cards. Yeah, I see my cards
So
on
the
the floor.
thing about cards, it's a waste of money.
It is.
Nah.
And it is.
When you see them on the
It is.
floor.
When you see them on the floor, yeah, it's a
Cause
waste of
look in
money.
your wallet right now. How many cards you got? But you got that same information in your phone.
I'm gonna
You
tell
know
you
what I'm
this:
saying?
if you
Cell
a
phone
genuine,
cut that
No,
off.
I beg to differ, but everybody do things different.
if you're a genuine person and you there for the art of networking, speak to everybody.
Exactly.
Don't speak to the person that look like they gonna put you on. Speak to everybody, and that's what I did. Like I interacted with everybody, but it just got to the point where I was giving too much of myself, you know, and then that on top of the life and just everything, I wanted to fade to the back a little bit, so I got behind the camera. So a lot of this stuff, like 614, Summer 614, like I started taking pictures for them,
Right.
and started taking like personal family pictures and stuff, and doing little events with Wooger. But I also created a more quieter platform, like it's called Earmatic, and I focus on art and music, and I don't have to talk to nobody. So I don't have to talk to nobody, and I think throughout the years I met a lot of people that I interact with that I still get calls for, like, you know, can you give me some directions with this? Can you introduce me to that? And I'm in a happier place, but I feel like I want to get out and mix and mingle with the newer generation now, you know.
So, what kind of art do you deal with?
It don't matter anything art, dancing, photography, any kind of art.
That's
So
dope.
anything creative, poetry, anything that you would consider art.
So, what do you do with that? Like, do you point people in the direction or help people get stuff sold or
No,
sign
I
on
provide a
anything?
platform. I provide a platform. I share. I promote. Introduce them. I'm always introducing people to different people that I think could help them.
That's
So,
dope.
you know.
Columbus. Stop unfucking with Columbus. Is it
Right.
hard when Columbus does that? You know what I'm saying?
It's been like that for years.
Yeah.
Even when I was heavy in the underground, everything's like segregated. Like you got your short north artists, you got your east side, you got artists that's just comfortable with dealing with their people. So,
Right.
and that might be a reason why Columbus never really took off.
And we beat with each other's sides too much too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like the main thing in Columbus, because I think it's an Ohio thing kind of too, but it seems like some other cities been trying not to do that with them, but it still seems like it end up being segregated, like you said, like because from being in hip hop here for many years, I was just telling a dude the other day, I was like, you know, in the beginning it was only so many dudes that was doing anything, and they wasn't even getting together, being like a nucleus of teams that can make stuff happen. So you've been promoting this stuff for a long time. When you start, how hard was it for you to pull people together when you got a situation like a show or something like that you got coming up to bring just Columbus artists together to make something happen?
It wasn't hard at all because that's what people wanted. They wanted a platform. And if they felt like you could help them, like it wasn't hard at all. It wasn't. Then I had a pretty good team too. I had Wooper. Once I came out of my shell, because I never really been like a social butterfly. I never really like just interacted with people. So
not to stop you, but when you said I'm not even gonna like out like really on that, but then knowing JV is your brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's the total opposite then, like, right?
Who's my brother?
Is Jarvis your brother?
What'd you call him?
JV.
What's the
It's
beat?
just something we used to call him.
She been telling people our names all day long.
But
Hey, I'm not to interrupt, but we kind of like dove in it. We didn't even do our
I
toast.
apologize. Oh, yeah, yeah.
We didn't do our toast. Dove right
Shout
into
out.
it. We could.
For greatness.
Let's touch glasses.
And our new.
We don't want to disrespect you. She don't drink nothing.
there's no disrespect, you know that. But as far as Jarvis, like, I've always been the one with all the responsibility. You know what I mean? So I was more like the mom, the grandma.
You the big sister.
Yeah, I'm the older sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. And that was it.
Big shout out to Jarvis.
Yeah. So Girlfriend's Talk came about. Like you said, I worked in a salon, and I was just seeing a lot of women that would. You could
And
tell
in the
they was
salon, a lot of women talk back and forth.
Yeah,
about a lot of
but
stuff.
I was doing a lot of just listening, you know. But you see a lot of women that's sad and don't speak to each other, and you know. And I had to tell myself, like, people be going through stuff, and they be angry for one reason, you know, down for another, and be like domestic violence and stuff like that. And that was a lot of stuff I was going through myself. So when I created Girlfriends Talk magazine, it was it was basically just so people could like release. And, you know, I would share stories that they share with me, or we used to do like a open forum where people came in and they just spoke on different topics and stuff. And then they got into the prisons, and I would have like inmates write for the magazine.
Now, I bet that got like colorful as hell when that started happening.
It was deep. They're so intelligent and so smart, and it was deep the way it spread through like different prisons, because I have a lot of people that's down. So yeah, it just grew into something bigger and then and from there I did start doing the online radio. And
Cause that's what I wanna. That's what I was gonna say. When did you start it? Because I remember Uber. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, I started with them like 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, I started the magazine 2009, and then I had a blog talk radio called Run Tell That. And then from Run Tell That, I went into the Truth Radio, and that's when I started with Uber. So.
It's awesome that you know, a lot of people don't be able to create platforms and really get to be heard, or create things where people could be heard. And I know that prison thing, with the prisons being involved, because, you know, people go to prison and clear their heads, clear their minds, and really get to thinking about what's the possibilities of things that they could have did or want to do, or the things that they got them in their situation. What are some of the things like some of the women may have talked about?
You talking about women inmates?
Yeah.
They wasn't women inmates. They were men.
Well, ooh, that's even crazier. So
So
what were some of the
women
men
that you
talking about?
Women that you did get to talk about, like, you know, whatever issues they was going on, they weren't embarrassed or anything.
Once you start judging each other and you make it comfortable for somebody to, you know, talk to.
I was telling somebody, like, you shouldn't have too many secrets. You know what I'm saying? If you keep secrets so much, like, let's say I got an eviction notice and that pride won't let me talk about it. But you a person that can overturn my eviction, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I keep it to myself, I would never talk to you about it, and then you can never help me. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get help because we got the closed mouth, like we just live in that world. No, everything that's happening to you, a billion people's happening. It's going through the same shit.
Yeah.
Because when we was growing up, our mamas them, like if they was going through it, they really didn't keep that up. If you had to be somebody to go to welfare office or food stamp office, they was standing there with the kids in their hand, all that. It's now, we grew up to where it was funny, like you didn't want to be seen like y'all had food stamps and shit. But it's nowadays, the
They don't
kids
care.
like
They got that
shit.
food stamp card in their hand.
They calling to see where the food stamps at they damn self
My mom
now.
was
It was
secretive.
normal to us. Secretive.
Yeah, mom, hey, when you go to school and somebody asks you what happened to your eye, you better not tell them motherfucking body my business. And she was real secretive.
My mom was like, you break this one, you break that one.
Yeah.
I'm breaking apart. What is that?
I I'm just saying that.
I think when they do that, they just try to take, homosexuality and try to down it and all that right there. So that's something to frown on. So if you're doing good, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have you having sex with another man, not eating people. You could have picked everything to do that, you know what I'm saying.
But
Puff Daddy is a cannibal and he's doing it, but you go straight to the homosexual. So to defame you, you know what I'm saying, everybody just goes after he fucking,
She not the only one speaking about that. And then they are not the only people speaking about this.
It only takes one. It only takes one to say something that somebody else will see something like, yeah, probably that's some gay shit that he's probably talking about. Since you gay, that
his
means
shirt open too far to be in some gay shit. So
that means everybody in the 60s and 70s was gay. Remember the meat hair and shit? That means Marvin Gaye was gay. You know what I'm saying? That means look at right now. Sure, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You look at any of those album covers, your
We need to discuss what is gay.
was way down a dick
What
going
is
in and out of anywhere
I-
you
I-
want.
Wait a
gay.
minute, but with the G-spot being in the ass, like what is really gay?
That's more information that I did not know.
It is.
I don't even hear about it.
We gonna talk about it though.
So
No, we're not.
go ahead, Puff.
We gonna talk about it because I just want to know.
You got a taste for what?
I mean, we was talking about that in the shop today. You know what I'm saying? Like the homophobic. Like I remember there's a time like we talked about that when cell phones came out. You know what I'm saying? A dude could not take a picture of his own self. That nigga taking selfies. He's gay. No, a dick in your mouth is gay. You know what I'm saying? Texting people. That nigga texting
A dick in whose mouth? A woman's mouth?
No, a dude's mouth. If a dick is in a dude's mouth, that makes you. That's what makes you gay.
Or bi?
They don't know you're
Or
gay.
try.
I don't care if you bi right here. You're gay, and then you're.
Or why?
Yeah.
Or what the feezy? Last night was crazy.
It's a whole bunch of stuff that, like I said, let some motherfuckers walk around in some biker shorts. That nigga gay. But in the 90s, motherfuckers wore biker shorts. Regular dudes and shit.
I could see you.
Do it right. No, I couldn't. Like I tell everybody, biker shorts fit like this on me. This is my leg, and it be baggy and shit. A whole cat
I
across
can
my
see you with
leg.
some Leon.
Thick mustaches like the Lamont
Some Leon
Sanford
Creek
mustaches.
biker shorts.
You go back then and you cut a motherfucker's mustache thin. And there ain't no gay ass pay parade. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't cut a thin mustache back in the time because that made you gay. Shorts, high shorts made you gay. Why? And what the fuck did we wear when we was little growing up? The Larry Bird
Hey,
shorts.
but them high shorts are back though.
Yeah, they're back. And then the people when they was starting to come back, people pointed at them and say they're gay. You're
We're
gay.
gonna take.
I was raised in a pair.
So you got hair now.
No, I don't got no pair now. I would never do that because I am too skinny for it. That's all that is. A lot of stuff that I don't do is because of my weight.
But you would do it if you could.
No, I would not do it right there. Because I'm already uncomfortable.
You got something?
And I don't want to be sitting down somewhere and one of my balls come out of the shorts and shit right there. My children are here.
All the way down.
Yeah. And then we're a little older and stuff, so them balls will sit like this. The balls sit like this now. And on that note, I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Moth in Miss Kitchen when they know ingredients miss and list. And I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup.
Our famous kitchen. Holler at us. We got you.
Now I'm hungry.
614-556-2174. Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes we have to create our own enjoyment with many different creme brulee flavors, such as blackberry plum, strawberry rose, peach, and pomegranate mango. And don't forget that wiggle juice, razzle dazzle, lemon haze, and berry beauty. Relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, draped Imperial grapes. Creme velour, my lord. Creme velour, draped Imperial grapes. Free wine tasting every Friday and Saturday, starting at 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Also with soul food wontons, soul food egg rolls. Check them out.
And they are not free.
They're not free. But
What the wine is.
the wine
Tasty.
samples are free. 901 F Robinwood, Columbus, Ohio. 43213.
Oh, you did great.
Thank you.
I'm on on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.
Storehouse Entertainment.